But the high water mark is really, really interesting because when you think about any market, it's always the point that people look at and be like, oh, I had this number and now I need to wait till it comes back that number. It's always the high water mark. It's never somewhere in the middle. It's like, oh, well, I did have this much. So I need to wait till it comes back. And I think the high water mark, whether it's a portfolio value, whether it's an index, some random number you pull out of thin air and say, well, the way I equate it is like going to the casino, right? You go to the casino, you start with $100, you turn it into 2 grand, you're like, wow, I'm on fire. And then, and then you go in a little bit of a cool streak, you bring it down to 1,500, you're like, oh, I got to make it back. I got to get to that 2 grand number. Well, you started with 100. You're way ahead of the game, and yet you're focused on 2 grand, which you probably will never make back unless you're just sheer luck. But the fact is you're still up, and you're still up a decent amount.